Have you ever had a tiny disagreement, like tiny, and your body reacted like you were being chased through a forest? Someone says, "Hey, can we talk about something?" And suddenly your heart is racing, your stomach drops, and your brain is already drafting an apology, a resignation letter, and a plan to move to a remote island. If that's you, welcome. You are not weak. You are not dramatic. And you are definitely not the only person whose nervous system hears discussion and translates it to "we are under attack." Today, we're talking about why conflict feels like danger, even when it isn't. And for a lot of people, this has very little to do with the actual conflict in front of them, and a lot to do with what conflict has meant in the past. Because conflict is not just a disagreement. To your nervous system, it can feel like a risk to connection, safety, belonging, or control. If conflict used to mean yelling, withdrawal, punishment, criticism, humiliation, or emotional chaos, then of course your body learned to react fast. That's not you being bad at communication. That's your system being very, very good at remembering. The problem is, your body can react to a tone like it's a threat, even when the person in front of you is just trying to work something out. So someone says, "Hey, that upset me." And your system hears, "You are bad. You are in trouble. This relationship is ending. Pack your things." That's why conflict can make people do all kinds of things that don't look like danger on the outside. You shut down and go quiet. You get defensive immediately. You over-explain like you're in court. You people please and agree too fast. You cry and then get mad that you cried. You joke your way out of seriousness. You leave the room mentally, emotionally, or literally. Very normal, very human, very inconvenient in relationships, and personality plays a role in how it shows up. Some people feel conflict as overwhelm, so they freeze. Some feel it as pressure, so they fight back fast. Some hate disconnection, so they rush to fix everything before they even understand what happened. Some need time to process, but because they same conflict, different internal alarms, and let's be honest, a lot of us were never actually taught healthy conflict. We were taught avoid it, win it, survive it, or pretend everything's fine, until one day you cry over a dishwasher conversation that is definitely not just about the dishwasher. So, if conflict feels scary, it doesn't mean you're failing. It may just mean your body learned that disagreement and danger travel together. Here's the blind spot. When conflict feels dangerous, you start responding to the fear instead of the actual issue. Now, the conversation isn't about "you forgot to call me." It becomes "I need to defend myself. I need to make this stop. I need to not be rejected. I need to disappear." And once fear takes the wheel, even small conversations can spiral. So what helps? First, name what's happening in your body. Not in a dramatic way. Just honestly, "I'm getting activated. My chest is tight. I can feel myself getting defensive. I want to shut down right now." That tiny bit of awareness creates space between conflict and catastrophe. Second, slow the pace. You do not have to respond at the speed of panic. Try, "I want to talk about this, but I need a minute to settle so I can actually hear you." That is not avoidance, that is skill. Third, learn the difference between discomfort and danger. Discomfort is being challenged, feeling misunderstood, hearing something you don't like, sitting in tension. Danger is threats, intimidation, cruelty, manipulation, abuse. Those are not the same thing. Healthy conflict can feel uncomfortable and still be safe. In fact, healthy conflict is often what builds trust, because you learn that the relationship can survive honesty. And one more thing, if you grew up around unstable conflict, calm conflict can feel weirdly suspicious at first. Like, why are they being so reasonable? What's the angle? No angle. Some people are just emotionally regulated. Disturbing, I know. If this episode hit home, be gentle with yourself. If conflict feels like danger in your body, that doesn't mean you're broken. It means your system learned to protect you, maybe a little too well. The goal isn't to become someone who loves conflict. Honestly, no one dreams of that. The goal is to become someone who can stay present long enough to tell the difference between a hard conversation and an actual threat. And if you want to understand your deeper pattern, why you shut down, people please, get defensive or panic when tension shows up, take the personality peak quiz at personalitypeak.com. Because once you understand the pattern, you stop calling every disagreement a disaster. See you in the next episode.